Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Curry again, and we're going to be talking about the vocabulary words to nerdy birdie. First word, impress. And our definition for impress is to make a strong and positive impact on someone, to amaze someone. To me, that bird is impressing me. Look at all the peacock feathers. Do you think this man is trying to impress this woman sitting in that booth? Looks to me like he's showing off a little bit. And here is a group of people sitting, clapping, looking up. I think they must be listening to a speaker who is very impressive. And here is a magician. I think he's trying to impress us with his magic and holding that woman up. And here is a picture of a boy. It says, impress people even if you are just a kid. I wonder what that boy is writing. He's got a piece of paper. He must have written something that's very impressive. In our story, we had a cardinal who was trying to impress other birds. That's a cardinal. In our story, the only thing of the cardinal that shows on this page is his claws, his talons. The cardinal flew off to impress fans. Our next word is scrounge. And scrounge means to look around for and gather something. Here's a bird scrounging for probably worms in the grass. What do you think he's scrounging for? Here's another bird. It's on a deck outside. It looks like he's looking for something to eat. He's scrounging for food. This is my favorite picture. Look at all of these animals. I see pigs, I see dogs. I'm not sure what else is there. They're definitely scrounging in probably the city dump. Here's a raccoon scrounging for food. In our story, it says, Nerdy Birdie is scrounging for breadcrumbs. Our next word is lonely. And lonely is mentioned 3 times in our story. And lonely means when someone is sad because they do not have friends or company. Do you think that girl is lonely? I do. How about this little girl? It looks like her friends or somebody's over there playing in the sand pile and she's just sitting there by herself. Do you think she's lonely? Probably. Here's a man sitting in a chair all by himself. He may not have any friends. Oh, I like this one. Look at this. It says, looking for a friend. Do you think the little teddy bear's lonely? It looks like it, doesn't it? And our definition of lonely is when someone is sad because they do not have friends or company. In our story, one of the 3 places that has the word lonely is this page. One thing was clear. It was awfully lonely not being a cool birdie. Next word is flock. F-L-O-C-K. And I liked it written on the feather. And our definition of flock is a group of birds that feed, rest, and travel together. Here is a whole group of cranes, and that is a flock of birds. The next bird is one that we've already studied in Sylvie. Those are flamingos. Millions of them, it looks like. They're all flocked together. Here's birds up in the sky. That is definitely a big, big flock of birds. And this is the way starlings, which is a bird, flock together up in the sky. They actually make a design. There's so many of them. And here are birds all on some kind of a telephone wire line. They are flocked together. Here's another picture of birds up in the sky all flocking together. And the way you spell flock, F-L-O-C-K. In our story, it says Nerdy Birdy looked at his flock of friends. The telephone wire was packed with them. Our last word is enormous. You may already know what that word is. Enormous. If something is enormous, it's very, very large. Look at that big whale. It is enormous. Something else you may be familiar with are dinosaurs. They are enormous. Here is a picture of an enormous tree. Look at that man. Look how tiny he looks compared to that big tree. Here are some children playing on enormous pumpkins. They are giants. I've never seen pumpkins that large. Here's one that's scary. That is a giant mosquito. I would not want to come near that. And here is a boy holding cucumbers that are really, really enormous. They're very, very long. In our story, it says, gotta find the right page. This is Vulture. She wears contact lenses. Her wings are enormous. So you can start looking for all of those words in our story. See you later.